of the major leagues in the home run department. 63 last year, 66 the year before. Sammy Sosa, who did not do well at Fenway last year. Joe, maybe this is the year.
Well, maybe this is the year for Sammy, because I tell you what, I talked to him the other day. He's back. He's happy now. A lot of controversy around Sammy for a couple of weeks there with the trade that may or may not happen. And no matter what he said, it did bother him a little bit. Now that he's decided that he's going to be in Chicago the rest of the year, I expect him to go back and have a good year. And he's happy. He was having a good time before the game today. He's really back on the Sammy Sosa pace that we know and love.
You know what is interesting? We can see up here the flash bulbs going off with the cameras. By far the most going off for Sosa thus far tonight.
Well, he got the biggest ovation when they were introducing the players.
I mean, how about 129 home runs in 2 years?
Craig, that's unbelievable.
Oh, speaking of unbelievable, Alex. Goodbye, upper deck. Wow. You know what, when that fella bought that seat above the 1996 banner, I don't think he thought he would catch a ball, Joe. This is to left, back it goes. Does it have enough juice? Yes, it's a home run. Hey, Barry Bonds is on the field. Barry, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Hey, what about that shot from Sammy?
What about that first home run? I don't think anyone's ever gone up there, not in a game or in batting practice. He's amazing, man. He's really amazing. He's turned into an outstanding hitter.
I know you're standing in left field when he bats. So you hope it doesn't go over your head, but do you marvel when you sit and you watch a guy like Sammy hit these homers?
You know what, you marvel over a guy who's come into his own like Sammy has. I mean, Sammy Sosa, you know, even though he still strikes out somewhat, he's condensed his swing a little bit. He's making more contact, and when he does, he's definitely going to go out of the ballpark. And you got to commend a player like that. I mean, when you see a person who has potential to be an MVP type player like Sammy Sosa, that's what the people want to see, and that's what they're seeing in the years 1998, and you're going to see it in the future.
96.
Or 99 it was.
Hey, Barry, that first one they said went 496 feet. Yikes.
I don't think I can hit a ball that far. But I out-aged Sammy Sosa. But he is absolutely amazing. He is so strong. You know, you got to just look how he taps his foot back to get his body balanced. He uses his hands very, very well. The only time that you see Sammy make a mistake is when you see his front shoulder flying out. But when he keeps that front shoulder in and really concentrates and hitting the ball the other way, as I've watched him before in batting practice earlier, then it's pretty tough to get him out because he's going to drive that ball to left field really good. But the only time you'll see Sammy get in trouble is when you see that front shoulder fly out.
Hey, Barry, speaking of shoulders, the upper body of Sammy, does that remind you of someone that you knew as an infant and obviously till now, Willie Mays, as far as he's not the biggest, huge guy, but the strength from the chest and the shoulders. Does he remind you of Willie a little bit in that way in the build?
No, nobody reminds me of Willie Mays.
I didn't mean it.
No. I don't think anyone in this game I can compare to Willie Mays. I mean, if you want to compare somebody to Willie Mays defensively, you're going to have to put Ken Griffey Jr. and Andre Jones in that category as far as defensively, because they run the ball down very, very well, and they're very consistent at it. But as far as a hitter and just a strict sergeant on the field, I don't think anybody's ever going to compare to Willie Mays.
Oh, no, I think we all agree with that.
Oh,
back, goodbye!
Wow.
5 for Sammy.
Hey, Barry.
Yes.
How's your thumb?
My thumb's doing good, Joe, right now. And you know, I'm really grateful for being out here just so, you know.
And you have to be commended for being here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've told people before, you know, one day you're not going to have the opportunity to come here. Wow. I think Sammy Sosa is going to take a little bit of my limelight away. But to answer that, Joe, you know, I always thought that if the fans voted you in, it was almost mandatory to come here. Because in the early part of my career, you know, I remember Tony Gwynn being hurt and some of the other players being hurt, and they were always here. And I thought it was always a great thing to see them here. And I truly believe if the fans vote you in, you must show up, just through the fact that they are saying that they respect your game, and they honor you out here, and you should give them the most respect and honoring them in showing up. And that's why I'm here, and I'm also enjoying it with my son. My son's out there trying to catch Sammy Sosa's baseballs out there shagging, but he's not doing a good job. The wall's getting in the way.
Sammy has 6 home runs, which has tied Carl Everett for the most in the first round.
Yeah, but you know what? Don't count out King Griffey Jr. He's really experienced.
That ball is rolling down the highway, I think, about a half-mile from here.
You know what's so amazing is that some of these guys are hitting home runs in this ballpark and making it look small. Because Atlanta Braves Stadium is strictly made for pitchers. It hasn't been a great hitter's ballpark, and they're making this stadium look really, really small.
A 6 spot for Sammy. He's definitely moving out of the second round. And Gary, he had some moon balls.
Sammy, you made it. You'd only hit 3 home runs in 2 previous competitions combined. That third swing, 496 feet, the longest home run ever hit here. Much love from the crowd. You need a little love these days, don't you?
I think so. For the last 2 years that I've been here, I've been struggling. So I said this time, I'm going to concentrate myself, and I'm going to go out there and try to make contact. And I don't want to let my people down.
With all the trade rumors and the talk that's been going on in the past few weeks, how big a lift is this for you to have a moment like that?
It's great, because I'm going to come here, enjoy, relax, and whatever happens, happen. Whatever I go, I'm going to take care of business.
We'll see you in the second round. It's head-to-head this year. Back to you, Chris.
All right, Gary, thank you. Guys, 496 feet. How about that swing, Joe?
Doesn't get any better than that. That was just a beautiful swing, and a nice catch, too, by the guy in the upper deck. Made a good catch there. Look at
that. Edgar and the players watching Sammy Sosa just clobber that ball. And the smile, which we've come to know so well over the last few years. 6 in the first round. That was the longest of anyone in the first round. 31 years of age in his 11th Major League season from San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic.
And Alex, you were saying something in the break about Sammy not having the hot streak yet.
Well, I was talking to Sammy, and he's back in good spirits. He's having a good time, and he basically just said he hadn't gotten in a really good hot streak like he has the last couple of years. But he expects he's going to get hot, and I'm thinking he's going to hit his 50, 55 home runs, and I mean, his swing is way too good not to hit his 50 home runs at least.
Well, you mentioned a hot streak. Remember in '98 when he had 66 homers, 20 of them came in June, which is the Major League record for any month at any time, including a homer on his first at-bat in that June and his last at-bat in that June. So that's the hot streak that you're talking about. He hopes to get hot here. Goes to dead center, and it's just not enough. Look at those youngsters trying to make that grab. Oh, come on, don't tell me Larry Jerker's tired. And Carl Everett studying carefully. You get 10 outs in this round as well.
I like what Sammy's doing here. He's taking a lot of pitches. He's seeing the traction of the ball, seeing what kind of movement the pitcher has. That will help in later rounds, especially the advances.
One milestone Sammy did attain this first half of the season. He passed the 1,000 RBI mark. It's always an impressive number. And now here's a look from Mascam. With Mike the plate, Joe. We get camera on the mask. We're all over. We bring the gadgets out when you come. I don't see that in our little... And it's gone. Our little cottage industry on Wednesday night. I don't see that as much. So Sammy's on the board here in the second round. Let's That's why you bring your glove to the game. Chino Cadejia, the Braves coordinator of Latin American development, is the pitcher for Sammy. Nomar Garcia Perez back with us, and Nomar, so what's Carl Everett doing here? Sizing up Sammy, trying to pick a number? Is he nervous?
You know, I was looking at him. I don't think so. I think he's just focusing on himself.
Well, look, we don't need to focus that far.
Oh my God! And we're just all watching that, I think. Holy smokes! Don't you think Sammy should use a broken bat to make it fair for everybody else? It's not going to matter.
We're going to petition the rules committee, Nomar.
Right?
That's a good one.
And I was always wondering, you know, does it count if it goes through the wall? Because as hard as these guys are hitting the ball, it may go through the wall.
Hey, how about Sammy if he got to hit, you know, he did earlier in his career as a White Sox, of course, but Sammy at Fenway on a regular basis. What do you think, Nomar?
He may hit it through the wall, like I said. He may hit it through Fenway, but he can do some serious damage at Fenway, that's for sure.
He's got a pretty good park to hit in anyway.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wrigley Field.
Yeah, I'm sure he likes Wrigley as well.
Yeah. As Ernie Banks would say, the friendly confines of Wrigley Field.
That second homer that Sammy hit was 486.
Sammy Sosa, 4.
Oh, man. Sky to center. Back it goes. Back. God!
I'll tell you what, the ball that he's hitting, the ball that's really carrying. It doesn't look like he's getting all of it. There's Ernie Banks. I mean, and the ball is really carrying for him. He's getting that good rotation on it.
Back. Goodbye! Oh, off the facade of the second deck.
You know, Chris, we were talking about Sammy Sosa and how he resembles a little bit Willie Mays. I don't know Willie Mays, but I will tell you this. He's got one of the widest backs in all of Major League Baseball and the strongest and biggest hands. I mean, for not being so tall, his hands are almost the size of mine, and they're really strong and really thick. And that's where he provides a lot of the type of power right here. That's unbelievable right there.
Oh, that's another upper decker.
Well, he's gotten into a groove. I mean, it took him a while to hit his first one. Now, all of a sudden, he's gone crazy.
Well, that's what I meant before by the upper body, and you know that.
I knew what you meant. Hey, you and I have both discussed too many times how great we thought Willie Mays was. No one has a, you know, compared.
No. So Sammy with 5 homers, 6 outs, and the smile, the perpetual smile. So Sammy, for his career, now has 359 home runs. So 400 for him after a comparative late start. Oh! He may get 400 on that swing alone.
That might be 500. That might be 500. That's my call on that, Chris. 500.
Look at the crowd.
That has to be 500, Joe, right there. That is unbelievable.
He's getting a standing ovation from all the fans here. Look at this.
Well, what did we do? Before he came up the first time, we said, remember Big Mac at Fenway? Maybe this is Sammy's showplace tonight. We don't lie here on the Home Run Derby. Oh, man.
Sammy.
Isn't it wonderful to go, oh, is this going to stay fair?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it nice in a not your home park to have the whole place cheer for you?
That is the ultimate compliment for any player, to get a standing ovation, and Sammy's had his share over the years, that's for sure.
Oh.
Finally made it out, huh? That quieted the crowd.
3 outs to go with 7 gone. The junior symbol. I don't have to deal with this till maybe the next round.
But I think now fatigue becomes a factor, and I think that's what Alex was saying, that in the past, Junior has been the strongest, been able to maintain his strength throughout the rounds. And I think you can see right there, Sammy's getting a little tired because all of a sudden he's dropping his back shoulder and he's popping a few balls up. I mean, you only have so many great swings in you. unless you are Junior Griffey.
And you talk, look at the size of his bat compared to what Junior uses. I mean, you can see it all the way from the booth, guys.
You really can. Sammy used a real, like an R161. Yeah. That's a real thick handle with a real big barrel.
This is a rainmaker. Gone! Wow. Hey, Nomar, could you swing a bat like this heavy?
Are you kidding me? I got to kick it up to my shoulder.
Nomar uses a size 33, I believe, right, Nomar?
33, 31. I can't use anything bigger than that. It'll fling me.
Nomar went 4 months without breaking a bat. I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
You have to be a good hitter. You have to be hitting everything on the good spot.
See, Nomar, I think the Red Sox should give you a bonus just for not making them buy more bats.
That's what they said. I get to save money, you know. That's really all it's about.
That's why they love you up there. Wow. 1 out left. Now there are more homers in the bat of Sammy Sosa. Oh. Answer. Yes.
What is the all-time record for 1 round? And there's 9, and the record is 13, so he's approaching that record.
McGuire last year at 13.
But remember, McGuire tired himself out and didn't do as well in the final round.
Oh, Carl Everett has his work cut out for him, boys. Sosa!
I mean, even his opponent is clapping. Carl Everett stands up, gives him a standing ovation.
That ball actually stopped up there, huh? Oh, my God.
You know what? I think we're at the point now, whoever the winner is really irrelevant. Sammy is the winner. Yeah. He may not get the trophy.
Oh, no! Gone!
This is amazing. You have to remember, last year we're in Boston. It was a lot shorter in left field to hit balls out. This is a big ballpark, and as Barry Bonds said, these guys are making it look small. And this is a huge ballpark.
Gets under this one just a little. 11 home runs and a standing ovation here in Atlanta. Gary Miller.
Sammy, what an honor it is to be the guy out of all this throng of 50,000 plus to stand next to you. You rose your bat in the air. I mean, there was something special going on up there in that batter's box.
You know, that's why we come here to have some fun. Like I say, for the last 2 years I haven't had some fun, and today I having a lot of fun.
Over 5, which one the one that impressed you most? You went in that second deck twice, and then that thing out in center field out by the furnace duct.
What impressed me the most is everybody here has some fun. All the fans come here to support and us, and that's a thrill. That's something you can, you know, I really, really appreciate everything the fans do.
Well, no mercy on Carl Everett. He's going to have to put on quite a show. Congratulations, Sammy.
Thank you.
Back to you, Chris.
All right, Gary, thank you. Guys, where do we begin? Oh, this is just a mere 486. Oh. He had 484, 486, 486, and 508. You know, these are part of the park that no one ever sees. Look at Ernie.
Forever a Cub.
You know what? Forever a baseball fan. Carl Everett, who has to play bat against him, he's enjoyed this like the rest of us. Sammy!
That's good.
He kept track of all that. So here we go. of the home runs hit in the 2 rounds in the home run derby, the longest 6 were Sammy's. 508, 496, 486, 486, 484, 455. Tries for dead center. Not quite the furnace, but it's a home run.
Griffey sitting there, he says, well, now I need 2.
That was inside. Does it stay fair? Yes, it does.
Now I need 3. And that's what has to be running through your mind if you're Ken Griffey Jr. waiting your turn.
Now they've added fireworks that they're exploding over the right field upper deck.
You know, Chris and Joe, the nice thing about a guy like Sosa who has so much confidence is I remember 3 years ago, we're in spring training, of course, for spring training. I say, Sammy, how do you feel? You look great. What kind of season you think you're going to have? What are you shooting for? He says, oh, I don't know, Alex. I might hit, 70, 80, 90 home runs. And he didn't smile. I said, well, okay. I'm going to try to hit 100. So I ended up hitting like 30. He ended up hitting 65. So I'm going to start trying to do that same thing Sammy did.
The winner of the Century 21 Home Run Derby will also win a new home worth up to $250,000 for one of the 2 Century 21 All-Star Sweepstakes grand finalists. There's Connie Hammond from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Dennis Orbidal from Morris, Minnesota. They switched hats. So Connie had Junior's hat on, but she's represented by Sosa. And Dennis has the Cub hat on, but he's represented by Griffey. One of those 2 will win a $250,000 home.
And remember last year, the guy that won the home run when Griffey won was ecstatic, and I can't blame him.
The only thing is that they ask whoever wins the home for him, Griffey or Sosa, don't practice their swings inside. Here's the way we've changed
to go with my ex-teammate, Ken Griffey. I think he's about to get hot. He's due.
Sammy certainly had his hot streak with 11. 6 of the moon balls in the second round. Speaking of the moon, this one looks like a lunar eclipse.
Well, maybe. You could chop a lot of his up and add some more onto them. He's hit some long ones tonight.
So 3-2 Sosa. Oh, this is back. That's an 8-backer. Just missing the upper deck, but way back in the left field seats.
All of a sudden, Sammy's bat's starting to sound like Vladimir Guerrero's. There's an explosion when he hits it.
Yikes!
Oh, my. He's getting close to that $1 million bonus out there.
A house, $1 million bonus, a $250,000 house.
He's going to make some fans real happy, isn't he?
The facade of the second deck. Wow.
Chris, it's great to see this type of contest because you have 2 totally different styles of hitters. Right. You have a guy that can probably bench press 400 or 500 pounds. Then you have a guy that's graceful like Griffey, that he can probably bench 250 and is not quite as strong, but is all with the grace of any of the best hitters in baseball.
Sammy now has the 10 longest home runs that we've seen tonight, guys. I mean, the top 10 all Sosa. Still only one out in this particular group of 5. So 4 outs to go for Sammy with 6 gone.